Ilsa Rosenberg survived the Holocaust and says what happened to her inside a Wilmington nail salon brought back memories of how she felt all those years ago.
I accepted it as something which is happening to me again.
Rosenberg was told she had to pay extra for a pedicure because she's in a wheelchair. Melissa Paget is her caregiver.
She's like my grandma. Like, I'm with her all the time. I love Ilsa.
She took Ilsa to the nail salon.
He said that because she was in a wheelchair, it was an inconvenience of her being transferred in the chair. It was a $30 upcharge. He didn't transfer her. It was I told him, I'm the CNA, I will transfer, I do everything.
That's when Melissa asked to talk to the manager.
And her feet are like my feet, are they not? She said, if you don't like it, leave. Me having to tell her, okay, Elsa, we have to leave. Like, you know, you can't stay here unless you have an upcharge. It like broke my heart.
Her family is outraged by what happened.
She's only in a wheelchair at this point, because of her age, and she's been through a lot, and she loves life, and it was very disappointing to find that this nail salon treated her so badly.
We went to the salon to get their side of the story, but workers wouldn't say much with our camera rolling.
Is it your policy to charge more money for people who are in wheelchairs?
I don't know, but you need to ask about the manager.
After just a few moments inside the salon, we were escorted out of the mall by security officers.
No, you don't do like that, okay?
With a salon worker on our heels.
She went there to have her nails done and to feel beautiful and walked away humiliated. That's just wrong.
Now Ilsa's family is asking others to boycott the business, saying they discriminated against the 86-year-old because of her age and her condition. Now, her family filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, and I talked to the BBB, and they told me that if the nail salon is charging more for some people than it is for others, especially those in wheelchairs, they are violating the Americans with Disabilities Act. It can be frustrating finding out that you were towed. I know, because it's something that happened to me. That's what prompted me to take a closer look at this issue, what some call predatory towing. Now, it happens most often when an apartment complex, business, or HOA hires a company to enforce parking rules. And we captured some incredible video of how the tow truck drivers work. You may be surprised to see just how quickly these tows happen. Pay attention and don't blink. In less than 60 seconds, this car is hooked up to a tow truck and hauled out of this parking lot. We captured this video around 2:30 in the morning at an apartment complex near the campus of UNCW.
They come in at all hours of the night and take cars.
Carolyn Strickland knows how fast it can happen. Her sister was towed from her visitor spot in front of her condo inside Ashton Place.
And it was parked here with her tire onto this piece of pavement, touching 3 blades of grass.
$100 later, she got her sister's car back, but never got peace of mind over what happened.
They said she was parked on the grass. But they never gave me a copy of the photo, and also they told me they had a contract with our homeowners board. I asked for a copy of that. They couldn't produce that either.
She says not just the tow truck company, but her HOA went too far, entering into an agreement that allows the trucks to troll through the community at all hours of the day and night.
I'm frightened to leave my car on the street, wondering if I'm going to have a car to go to work the next morning.
They have been just so sneaky and creepy, these tow trucks. I mean, 6 of them will get together, gang up, wait for 6 or 7 cars to be parked, and then just go in like gangbusters.
Kathy Graham from the Better Business Bureau says the agency gets a lot of complaints about predatory towing.
It's an easy way to make cash money.
The BBB investigated around 100 complaints in Wilmington last year. If the cases don't get resolved, that could give the company a poor rating on their list.
There are a lot of them on the bad list, and it's a very frustrating thing for people.
We checked, and several local towers have an F rating.
If you need to get your car towed, you might want to check with us first to see if they're one of those companies that have that F rating that are snatching cars before you actually, do business with a tow company that's legitimate.
Graham says, unfortunately, if you think you've been wrongly towed, there aren't many laws on the books to protect you. The city of Wilmington adopted towing regulations a few years ago, capping the amount you have to pay to get your car back. Private lots are also required to post signs warning of towing, but it hasn't curbed complaints.
It's a concern of mine because I know some people that have had their cars towed, and then when they go to pick up their cars, they can't use credit cards, they can only use cash.
And that's a concern from many of those who have been towed in Wilmington. Other cities, including Charlotte and Raleigh, have ended cash-only towing. Charlotte leaders went even further. Towing must be complaint-oriented, meaning companies are no longer allowed to tow vehicles as a representative of the parking lot owner. So should Wilmington make changes?
And I think it's something that we're going to have to address and take a look at with our state legislators, because some of it involves private property rights.
For those who feel they've been victimized by predatory towing practices, they hope to see changes to the rules.
It should not be just a sweep through the neighborhood. It should be a call is made and it's documented, and the person that makes the call has to give the reasons why, and all of those things have to be given to the person that the car has been towed.
Some, not all, tow truck companies enter into these contracts that allow them to sweep lots and enforce rules. Now, some I've heard from only tow when called by a customer. Now, to see how the BBB has rated a tow company, just head to our website, WECT.com, to check out the full list. Live in the studio tonight, I'm Ashley Kozakowski, WECT News. We've uncovered that the incoming registrar, Tammy Beasley, plans to get rid of 2 workers, and according to these documents, she also asked to waive drug tests and background checks for the new employees she wants to take their place. Between the 2 of them, Nano Scott and Denise Lewis have worked for New Hanover County for 40 years. Much of their time spent here at the Register of Deeds office. But both of these women recently found out they'll be out of their jobs come December 3rd.
It's Christmas. My husband's on disability, and it was a little bit tough.
A new registrar was elected in November, Tammy Beasley. She'll be sworn in next week. According to emails we've obtained, Beasley wrote she doesn't want to keep Scott or Lewis because they do not meet her expectations of quality customer service standards and required work ethic. Have you ever had a bad, performance review?
No, I haven't either. They've always been very good. I was disappointed. I really do feel like that she might have kept us because of our knowledge and because of what we know and what we can do.
There's someone retiring with 33 years, and in the 33 years that she has worked for the Register of Deeds, there has never been anyone that was given their walking papers.
Beasley has already found replacements for these 2. Their names have been blacked out in these emails from the county, but in them, Beasley states that she does not require the new hires to pass a drug test or be subject to a comprehensive background check. Beasley refused to do an on-camera interview, but on the phone, she told me since she's known both new hires personally for years, she didn't feel like it was important or necessary to conduct pre-employment drug testing. Now, after we brought up the question of the drug testing to Beasley, she says she now plans to have both workers take a test before they begin their jobs. Beasley also said she would do an on-camera interview once she is sworn into office. Now, a county spokesperson said because this is an elected position, it is at the registrar's discretion to hire and fire as she sees and to decide if new employees will be drug tested. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Ashley Kozakowski, WECT News. And Jazz Undy says it was instinct that led him to jump into action after he saw 2 robbers running away from a crime scene. What he didn't know was that they were armed and dangerous. A warning, some of this video is graphic.
I never even saw him pointed at me. All I felt was the boom. It happens that quick.
Jazz Undy says he was just trying to help when a gunman took aim, shooting him in the hip.
When the bullet hit me, it spun me around.
Tonight, he's in extreme pain and struggling to walk. He's still in shock over the shooting, which happened as he was walking to his car from a restaurant on Castle Street. Jazz says he was here at 6 and Castle. That's when he heard a woman screaming. He says he saw the 2 suspects running. One had the woman's purse. So he said, drop the purse, and waved his cell phone and said, I'm calling police. He says that's when one of the suspects grabbed a gun from his waistband and shot him.
It happened so quick. It was like instant pain. Your body feels instant pain.
The men, who had bandanas over their faces, got away. I asked Jazz why he risked his life.
Pure, just straight instinct. At that point, it takes over. And I certainly didn't want anybody's purse to get stolen. And it just really irritates me that you feel the need that you can just steal something. It's not right. Get a job.
Jazz, who works as an artist and an actor, is trying to stay positive about what happened.
It's sort of a gift that for me in this field that firsthand now I know what your body goes through and the shock and yeah, it's going to be very useful to me in many facets.
But he regrets that his act of heroism ended like this.
I actually thought it would work. I wish I could have been a better hero. I wish everybody could have just walked away.
This gunshot wound will be a lifelong reminder that he didn't walk away unscathed. Now, Jazz spent last night in the hospital. He may need an operation to take the bullet out of his body if it moves around or gets infected. But right now, doctors think it's best to leave it there and hope it heals. Now, police are still looking for the gunman and his accomplice. So if you have any information that would help authorities find these suspects, you're asked to call police. Reporting live in the studio tonight, I'm Ashley Kozakowski, WECT News. We are here on the set of Safe Haven, and we just got treated to a fireworks show out here. That's because they are filming a scene that involves fireworks. Now, later tonight, they're actually going to be setting fire to a store down here. So a lot of excitement around here. There are a lot of people just hanging on the outskirts of the set who were watching the fireworks show, just trying to catch a glimpse of some of those stars. And we got pretty excited here too. We saw some stars and some sparks. Josh Duhamel enjoys a break between takes on the set of Safe Haven. We didn't have permission to interview him today on camera, but we did talk to him off camera. He says he's enjoying his time working in Southport. Author Nicholas Sparks feels the same way.
I remember I came here to Southport years ago when they were filming bits and pieces of A Walk to Remember here, and I came through and I spent some time down here, and I said, you know, one day I'm going to set a little novel here. It's got to be exactly the right novel. So I set Safe Haven here, and then we were just fortunate that everything worked out, that we were actually able to film here as well.
He's excited to see his novel come to life with the actors who are playing the main characters from his book, Duhamel and Julianne Hough.
He's going to be perfect for the role because with him we're really looking for this actor who can pull off this very conflicted role. And with Julianne, you're looking for someone who could really pull off this vulnerability and these fear moments, all with this underlying strength. And of course, she's doing an amazing job at that.
The movie premieres in February, and Sparks says he thinks fans in Southport will enjoy what they see.
And they'll say, it looks nothing like that. How do they do that? It's called movie magic. All right, perfect.
Speaking of movie magic, there will be a lot of it here tonight. We were on the set as special effects crews rigged this store to catch on fire.
We put the propane to it, it'll just light up this whole box and contain the fire to the inside the box and to the outside of the building. We don't want anything to come inside this building, obviously, because it's all made of wood.
Dave Fletcher is the special effects coordinator. He says for the next 3 nights, they will shoot this store going up in flames, all from different angles, continuing the spectacle for those who live in Southport. Now, a short time ago, we saw Hough actually out here. They allowed some girls on set who made a Safe Haven jean jacket for her, and she posed for pictures with them. We used a shot of that in our story there. So just really nice people out here on set. It seems like a really great atmosphere, and folks we talked to in Southport are just excited to have this film here. Fran, John?
Well, it had to be really exciting to see Josh. I mean, you know, all of the ladies here think that he is a hottie.
Come on, Fran.
And he is a hottie, but let me tell you, I'm really jealous because you got to interview Nicholas Sparks. He's the one that really gets me.
Yeah, you know, I even told him, I said, my mother-in-law is going to be so excited that I met you because I've read a lot of your books, but she's read all of your books. So, you know, it's just exciting to meet someone with that kind of, you know, star power. He's written so many books, and so many of them have been turned into movies. And he says he just loves the North Carolina coast. As you know, he lives in New Bern. He commutes here to set every so often, comes down here. He's one of the producers on the film. So exciting to talk to him, and he just loves this area and is so excited to be filming something here in Southport. The stars of Safe Haven were here on the red carpet here in Hollywood, and we had a chance to talk to some of the celebs who are headlining in this movie. Julianne Hough and Josh Duhamel both looking stunning, showered with flashes from the Shutterbugs. The film and its stars in the spotlight in Hollywood. Ryan Seacrest, who dates Hough, also making a quick appearance. And Nicholas Sparks, a celebrity in his own right, promoting the film, marking the 8th time a book of his is adapted for the silver screen. His book, based in Southport, led to the film being shot there.
The people of Southport and the people of Wilmington have been so welcoming of me, of this film, of the other, like Revolution I've been doing as well.
David Lyons, who also stars in NBC's hit show Revolution, says filming this project was a great experience, and he's excited to see it on the big screen.
What's been lovely is that I've come away from it with some really great friends. With the guys that I've done this film with, they're just incredible people.
Even the show's smallest stars are excited about the flick. 8-year-old Mimi Kirkland, who is a Raleigh native, is enjoying her very first time on the red carpet.
Well, when I look at myself on the big screen, I'm going to be like shrinking in my chair. I'm just going to be like, oh my gosh, that's me?
After they were rushed down the press line in front of dozens of national entertainment media outlets, the stars and their special guests went into the theater to watch the film. We spotted one familiar face in the crowd, Wilmington Mayor Bill Saffo, who's in LA this week to try to bring more projects like Safe Haven to our area. And you'll have an opportunity to see the movie soon. It premieres on Valentine's Day, February 14th. It's going to be a hot date night in our area. I know a lot of you will be rushing out to see this movie, to see how Southport and Wilmington end up looking on that big screen. Reporting in Hollywood, I'm Ashley Kozakowski, Carolina in the Morning.